GM. Oh, the chat is ripping this morning. Look what happens when you get a little XRP price pump. Everyone shows back up. Guys, make sure if you're getting here early, you smash a like on the stream. Really appreciate that. And now I haven't seen the chat start moving like that this early in a long time. So guys, make sure to smash a like on the stream. Looks like we got a little XRP price pump coming in. There you go. Back on volume. Sorry. We're good. No, I was just saying I haven't seen the chat ripping like this in a while. It's looks like a lot of people showing up on the XRP price pump, which is awesome. And what's really cool is like a lot of this is very macro related. So we had Trump kind of talking about a trade deal with China. The market is seeing the end of tariffs as a high probability. And we have XRP moving because of that. So we had a nice call on that happening. I put out the video last night, sort of breaking down why I thought today could be an extremely positive day. And it looks like that's playing out pretty much to a T. I just got out to take a tiny profit. Is this the big one? It all depends on what you're trying to do, right? If you're a trader, that might have been the trade for you to get in and out of. For me, not really looking to trade in and out, more of looking at long-term accumulation. I still think we're pretty early into the overall cycle of everything happening. And I think that's like a macro 5, 10, 15, 20-year kind of cycle. So it all depends on your own thesis and how you plan on playing this market for yourself, but really not how I look at things in terms of just taking profit on a quick pump. We take a look at the longer chart of XRP. I mean, this is a lot more what I'm focused on, right? Pulling off a very similar thing to what we saw back here. And if this is the same exact thing, right? We got a peak here. Peak here. Then we got knocked down there. Knocked down there. Trade sideways. Trade sideways. Then you'd sort of expect that next thing to be that next leg upward. Taylor, good to see you. Galicio, Mary Cox, G Payne, Chipper. Oh, we are pumping on the chat. Guys, make sure to smash the like button. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers also, so really appreciate everyone who subscribes to the channel. It really does help so much. And make sure to check out Apex Singapore. You are looking to get a little closer to the XRP Ledger ecosystem. A great opportunity to meet some really good people in the community and get to meet a lot of people at Ripple as well. So make sure to check that out. In terms of why the market is moving the way the market is, it seems pretty obvious to me this all has to do with tariffs. So Trump got in office and the market was extremely excited. The market was pumping, right? Everything was looking really good. And then the tariff news kind of got introduced and everyone kind of sold off, and just got really nervous about the situation. But the thing I always thought was funny was that people voted for Trump mostly, or maybe not mostly, but in large part because of his views on the economy. And then he started to implement his policy for the economy, and everyone started like freaking out, which is like, I get it, but it was always part of the policy. So if you kind of just stayed the course, it was pretty much part of his plan the entire time. And now that's starting to play out in the actual charts, right? It wasn't one of those things where he could just come in and instantly sort of fix things. There was going to have to be some negative stuff done as well. And hopefully we're already moving past a lot of the negative side of that tariff news. If that's the case, then the only real thing we have left to worry about is a recession and kind of the inflation numbers and how interest rates correlate because of that. But so far, the market's really shaken off a lot of the interest rate news. Kind of said, you know, we can move higher even with high interest rates. The market has already done that. I think getting rid of high interest rates would be another big help. But clearly, it's not something that's overly weighing on the market's mind, where tariffs were clearly a much larger significant issue. We were taking a look at this the other day. It looks like we're starting to see a pretty significant move in Bitcoin dominance. So if we can take a look at what happened to Bitcoin dominance the last couple of days, we're really dropping pretty aggressively here. We've dropped from about 65% to about 62%, but we're still sort of in this upward channel on dominance. We really want to see a breakdown of this channel on dominance in order, in my opinion, to solidify that we're probably going significantly lower on the Bitcoin dominance. So we've had this uptrend for quite a bit. I would not be surprised to see a pretty significant drop off here in the pretty near future. But right now the channel is pretty strong and we're not fully broken out of that yet. So Bitcoin dominance will be something to watch as well. We're sort of having a breakdown on it right now, but still a decent amount of room to go. 100K member party today. I don't know if we're going to get there today, but we certainly will have one. That's a good idea, Chadwick. Trump arriving in Saudi tomorrow, and word on the street here is that the Saudis are preparing a $1.3 trillion investment package for Trump. Very interesting. Thank you for that information. Very interesting information. I was not that queued up on that, but that is great to know. The Bitcoin dominance really still in this upward trend. We haven't broken this yet, but I do expect we will break this. The Bitcoin dominance is one of those things that is just going to need to go lower over the next couple years. There's no way with the cryptocurrency industry ramping up the way it is, you're going to continue to see any kind of dominance for any cryptocurrency, in my opinion, in the 62% range. I think over the long run, Bitcoin XRP probably sticks somewhere in the 15 to 10% range. But there's just going to be so many different things in the market all providing value that's going to be extremely hard to hold something like 62%. So it's really just something that is a result of being very early to this industry where there wasn't a lot of optionality, where if you look at like the dominance of like what Apple is to the total stock market, it's significantly smaller, even though Apple's a very important company. So it's just interesting to be so early to the industry that we're witnessing Bitcoin dominance at 62%. Like, I don't think that's going to be something that stays around long term at all. And I think Bitcoin goes significantly lower in terms of dominance. Now, I do say all the time, right? Even if Bitcoin goes significantly lower in terms of dominance, I don't think that means like Bitcoin's going away or Bitcoin's dying. We could have $1 million Bitcoin and we could still have Bitcoin dominance at 10%. So just separating out those views, and we'll take a look at XRP on the shorter time frame here. Looks like we're making a move to 260, and 250 was the number I said we really had to get to clear that downward trend, and it looks like that has been fully cleared at this point. And we're getting we're getting pretty parabolic again, which is always the fun part about all of this, you know? So yeah, we blew through 250, and it looks like now we're making a push on 260. So guys, make sure to smash the like button for XRP starting to push up again. I know for a lot of people it was taking forever. Things were moving, things were getting boring, and it looks like we're finally reversing out of that kind of region. And here we go, pushing up to 260 now. Wow. Isn't it amazing how fast the momentum and the sentiment can shift with just a couple green candles coming in a row? $5 today? That would be great. That would be great. I would not be complaining about that. Linda, good to see you. William, good to see you. Guys, if you're asking if you should buy, if you're asking if you should sell, these are kinds of questions you've got to be able to figure out on your own. XXQXX as price point. Well, if we take a look at kind of where we stand in the broader range of things, right? Let's zoom out and take a look here. We're clearing those now. We're at the we're just clearing those levels where I would imagine this is sort of where we get stuck up again for this last time, right? This is sort of that last zone we have to breach before I would expect to kind of be able to push higher. So this is that last top tier zone before I think new all-time highs are going to be the thing that XRP is trying to break. So right now we're at the 258 zone. We're fully confirming at this point the reversal out of the downtrend. So we clearly had this big breakout from that downtrend. So that's kind of behind us. We're well ahead of that $2 region we were worried about in terms of falling through. So we've had a full reversal out of there. So XRP looks to have clearly peeled out of that danger zone. And now it's just about really confirming some of these higher levels and getting rid of out of this trading zone altogether. So we've obviously been here since the pump in December. We've kind of stalled out at those previous all-time highs from 2021 as well as from 2018. And now we're really retesting those and trying to create a new base to propel XRP to the next level. Fire Dog, good to see you, man. No, you're not late. You're not late. Looks like we might have hit. Looks like we might hit 260 on the live stream. Actually, it looks like we got the potential to push up to 260. I mean, if we break to 260 and we can hold anywhere in the 265 region, I mean, that's going to be so incredibly bullish. I mean, this is sort of what we anticipated happening, but to see ourselves just peel out of here, right, and get back to these levels. I mean, it is we're right up against it right now. We are just starting to tap this next level. And it's just great to be off this $2 range, right? Because $2 range is a scary zone. And now 260 is a little bit more of the fun zone. So pull right out of that $2 zone, say see you later to there, and start pushing on some of these levels that can lead to a break to the upside rather than the downside. Someone asked why the pump? Well, we've had so much good news in XRP, and the market has just been scared to price it in. There's been so many huge things like the Hidden Road acquisition, finding out Ripple could just go out and purchase Circle for $8 billion. I mean, that's pretty bullish. Ripple in acquisition mode. The United States government obviously being a lot more pro crypto. The Ripple SEC case ending. So all of these things are now kind of being realized by XRP's price because the macro environment is cleared up a little bit and now people are less worried. So the biggest thing I think people misconstrue is they see like an announcement and they're like, oh, why isn't the price of XRP reflecting this right now? And the truth is like, that's just not how things work. Forget the market. You're almost at 100K. 100K during the live stream would be great. Johnny, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we are almost at 100K. Crazy journey for myself to be pushing on 100,000 subscribers. Never did I think in a million years we'd be there. So thank you so much for the donation. Chadwick, thank you for the gifted membership. Appreciate all of that, guys. Incredible journey. And, I still think we're in the pregame warm-up, which is the crazy part. I don't even think we've entered the first inning of all of this yet. It's still beyond early, the 1980, 1990 era of the internet, in my opinion. People still have no idea what these things are. People have no idea what these things are going to be used for. It's just, it's an incredible time. Tomorrow's the 13th, news announcement. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, no, you're right, Taylor. I would assume we're probably, with the Ripple SEC case now settled, and with some of this price momentum starting to come in, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a pretty big thing going to drop here in the near future. XRP going to be bigger than GameStop? Yeah, I certainly hope so. I know what you mean in terms of the attention on the pump. Yeah, the GameStop thing really got a lot of people interested. Going to be 4 digits by 2030. I'd be very happy. Jack, I'm not sure if you saw, but yeah, the Ripple SEC case is now settled. It's voted on by the SEC, so the Ripple SEC case is now completely out the door. Colin, good to see you. Welcome from Australia. No, huge shout out to all the Australian viewers. So many people in the XRP Australia community. So shout out to all of you guys. Kin Sang says, do you believe that XRP is the phoenix that will rise from the ashes? Well, I mean, if you look at the ashes as the Ripple SEC case and us rising right now, yeah, maybe it's already up and running. It's already coming. Mickle, how did you know this pump was coming? Didn't you name your video last night? Today was the day. It's a mix between a lot of technical charts I was seeing and a lot of the fundamental news on the trade side. It just seemed like it all lined up, and educated guess, we'll put it at that, Fire Dog. Good educated guess, but after being in this market for so long, I find it easy to start to sense when you're probably going to start to get some price movement. And to be honest, I felt like this for probably the last 2-3 weeks, and then with the trade news coming over the finish line, it just seemed to me so obvious that a lot of this was going to start really materializing in price. Because if you had the market ripping prior to tariffs, the market dropped because of the tariffs, and the tariff situation was getting cleaned up, didn't make any sense not for the market to go back to where it was prior to that happening. Yeah, guys, the Ripple SEC case is totally done. I think it's, I didn't realize people weren't aware of that. The Ripple SEC case is completely over. There's one tiny outstanding thing that they're trying to resolve, which is just on the injunction, but that's pretty much a big nothing burger. Yeah, the Ripple SEC case is done. Technically, there's still an injunction on Ripple and selling XRP to large financial institutions, but it's a pretty big nothing burger. Doesn't really have any impact on their business. Judge Torres needs to sign off on the injunction. I think the Second Circuit Court still needs to sign off on the actual settlement. So, but Ripple and the SEC already confirmed the settlement. The judge isn't going to keep it open. So, yeah, Jim Eagle nailed it. Judge has no choice since the SEC won't pursue anything anymore. Exactly. Judge Torres didn't sign the injunction, and I don't think the Second Circuit has signed off on the actual settlement yet. But if the SEC isn't pursuing any action anymore, which there's not, then it's over. It's already been voted on. No, I think at this point, there's been plenty. There's been plenty to allow people to fully commit. I don't think anyone else is going to be really waiting on the sidelines at this point. I think the SEC settlement was plenty. I don't think anyone's going to be waiting for the actual vote to come in. Imagine those ETFs and we get BlackRock to submit one, going to be a great green summer. I would very much agree with you. I think BlackRock will be coming in with their XRP ETF fairly soon. It's hard to imagine any scenario where that wouldn't happen. Guys, we got 4,200 people here. It's been a while since we were putting up those kinds of numbers. Obviously, everyone's pretty excited about the price action. So, guys, if you are new here, you don't normally stop in, make sure to go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers there. We would love to hit that number on a live stream or something. That'd be really cool. But shout out to everyone who's kind of got dragged through this recent price action. I know a lot of people been going on for a bit of time at this point. A lot of people were saying, oh, when is this finally going to get wrapped up? When are you finally going to get moving again? And while I don't think we're there quite yet, we still have a couple more levels to kind of smash through. We certainly have the price momentum right now to make things happen pretty quickly. Let's see what we're at right now. Oh, we're going to break it right now. We're 2 subs away from 100K. We're literally 2 subs away. We're literally going to break it in the next minute or so. We got 999 here. Oh, shoot. Let me see if I can get it. Come on. Oh. Pull up my screen. No, why isn't it? We're at 100K. We just hit it. Get it over. Boom. There we go. 100,001. Boom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I was pretty far away from that. Just last night, I didn't think we were going to ram through it like that. Let's go. That is insane. All right. Well, thank you. Was not expecting that to happen on Monday. Wow. We were smashing through right now. That's so fire, guys. Thank you so much for helping me get to this moment. It is absolutely surreal. Never thought in a million years I'd be at 100,000 subscribers. And I just want to say huge thank you to everyone here for helping to make that happen. I mean, as someone who used to watch YouTube every single day and really look up to a lot of people who made videos on here, Roger, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Thank you. As someone who used to look up to a lot of people who made these videos, obviously 100K never in a million years seemed achievable. So talk about a morning. We got an XRP price pump going on. We just hit 100,000 subscribers. And what a time to do it, right? Live on stream, to be able to do it with all of you guys really makes it all that much better. Whoever was calling it out, thank you, because I would have checked and we would have been at 100. We're already at 100,005. So in the last 3 minutes, maybe added 300 subscribers to the channel. What an awesome moment. Thank you guys. And honestly, it's surreal to see how excited a lot of you are as well. To see you guys so excited about that happening is incredible. So guys, I'll say it one last time. Thank you so much. It's been an incredible journey to get to this point. But one of the things I want to reassure is I still think the journey's just getting started. So huge shout out to all of you. Frank says I was there for 100K. Yeah. No, this was a fun live stream to do it on. 4,600 people on the live stream for the 100K moment. Well, unexpected little surprise this morning. There we go. Maybe that's a good omen for the rest of the week. We take a look at XRP, we can see we're really pushing up against this level I just called out. Go to a shorter time frame to see if we could really kind of watch it a little more granular here. Micah, thank you so much. Really helped us gain a better grasp of the whole ecosystem. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael. Really appreciate it. It's really my goal of all of these live streams, to be able to come on here and just help people better understand a very complex asset class. So really appreciate that compliment. And now we got a nice good view of XRP smashing right up against this level that we called out prior to XRP even hitting there. Linda, thank you so much for their donation. Really appreciate that. 100,123 subscribers. There we go. Talk about smashing that in short order. I mean, I threw it up on the screen and you guys breached 100K like it was nothing. So we ripped through that, and I'm not a guy of small goals. So next stop is 1 million. Next stop is 1 million, and I have a feeling we'll be on the other side of that quicker than most people realize. So 100,000 is awesome. Next stop's 1 million, and then we'll see what happens from there. Drinking jugs of water in your car to this, beautiful. Yeah, it's crazy to think how the times have changed, right? It used to be drinking jugs of water in my car, live streaming, and on my lunch break, just trying to get some information out there. And to have that switch up to be able to get to 100K and be able to do these live streams with 5,000 people. Surreal. Mickle theme song if we break through 260. Yeah, I'll get that re-implemented. I think I haven't done a lot of work to, well, I recently just did a decent amount of work kind of resetting up the live streams, but there's a couple still small things I'm working on. Devin, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Check my super chats. Yeah, well, Linda, thank you so much. Micah, I know we called out him. Thank you, Micah. Crypto Junkie, thank you. And Roger was another one, and I'm just trying to catch up on some of them right now. Guys, thank you so much. You should see my screen. All the messages are whipping by so quickly. It's like hard to even get every single one, but I really do appreciate it. We need the song for the pump. All right, well, I'll get that queued up. Here, let me get that queued up. I haven't whipped this guy out in a while. Let me just make sure I get the volume right so I don't blow people's ears out here.
New, so fresh, you can stay in the street. Utility, rising markets taking flight. Investors flocking to the bull market light. Shorts are buzzing, prices climbing high. Hold your assets, don't let them fly by. Crypto news, you need its Mickle's game. Guided through the maze, setting wallets aflame. Reporting loud with the first so electric. Mickle's here to help you stay eclectic. Position yourself in the digital flow. Bull market pounding, let your profits grow. Decentralized finance, the future's here. Reading trends with no hint of fear. Smart contracts, changing the cash. Mickle's insight makes your portfolio flash. To market sites, trading on the edge with morning lights. Wallet stacking, futures mapping, and Mickle we trust while others are napping. Reporting loud with the focus so electric. Mickle's here to help you stay eclectic. Position yourself in the digital flow. Bull market pound and let your profits grow.
I can't believe someone made this song.
Trading on the edge with morning lights. Wallet stacking, futures mapping, and Mickle we trust while others are napping. Reporting loud with the first so electric. Mickle's here to help you stay eclectic. Position yourself in the digital flow. Bull market pound and let your profits grow. Bull market, let your profits grow. Bull market.
There we go. Shout out to Crypto Clay. I know Crypto Clay. Huge fan of the song. So am I. I love the Mickle back. Mickle, whoever put Mickle back in the chat, that is great. Let's go. I kind of forgot how much of a banger that song is. Don't sell your XRP ever. I certainly think that's not a bad strategy. XRP still kind of consolidating against this region. I think we'll see the next big pump as soon as we can kind of break this 260 mark. We went right through 250, right up to 260, and now we're putting in a couple candles below that, trying to find a bit of a base, but everything looks good there. I still can't believe we got 100K on live stream. Talk about timing. I forgot who was the one who said it, but someone put it in the comment. Someone put a chat out, and it was like, Mickle, stop focusing on the market. Take a look. You're about to break 100K. I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, I think I'm like 300 away, and then boom, it was like 100K. There we go. Now that you hit 100K, you can start your own conference. I don't know. I don't know about that. Conference is quite a bit of work. Hey, hopefully Gary bought back in when he sold. I hope he didn't. There's a lot of people out there who I would much prefer if they never got XRP, to be honest with you. Like, if you weren't here to believe it in from the start, I don't want people getting in and just profiting off a quick price pump. Like, you either missed it or you didn't. You either got it or you didn't. And as someone who's been such a big hater of XRP in Gary Cardone, I would prefer if they stayed out of XRP. But if they do get it, congratulations. If they do get that, congratulations to them. But there are a lot of people, especially on the Bitcoin maxi side. I want them getting into XRP at 10 to 15 bucks, not 256. Brian, good to see you. Thank you, man. Devin Dennis, appreciate it. Crazy, crazy, crazy ride. 100K in just the start, right? 100,000 subscribers. And this market is still brand new. The amount of interest in the market right now is truly incredible. But the market is still so brand new. Incredibly early, incredibly young. And I don't think people really realize how early we really are to this stuff. So it's even more exciting for me based off the timing, right? Like before rules and regulations are even in place, we've already built up a community like this. It's insane. Song name, please. It doesn't have, there is no song name. It's like a custom song. I'll figure out a way to get it out there. Maybe because of the news earlier today, I'll put it at the end of my video that I post later. Mickleback, keep up the good work. Thank you. Appreciate that. And it looks like we're getting ready to put in a green candle to try to breach that 260 range. We're trying. That's going to be that next big zone. Not nearly as critical, I think, as where we just came from. Where we just came from was like, oh, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord we got out of there. But we're back in this safe sweep spot. We're back to putting the power back in the hands of the bulls. But this is kind of it. Like, as you can see, if we could get up here and consolidate, I mean, the next big move is not a strong resistance. It's just, there's nothing else really that strong. I guess maybe you can say up here at the 290 level-ish. But there's not a lot of trading data all up here, and that's kind of that last zone. So this looks to be it. Get through that 260 zone and should be pretty clear flying ahead. Where is our lowest level now? Tough to say. I would say probably still $2. I mean, if you had Trump go tariff crazy again, you can erase a lot of this pretty quickly. So I would say, you know, it's absolutely still possible we could fail here, come back down before dipping back up. I mean, things like that are always possible. It's just so out of XRP's hands, unfortunately. I mean, some people like to hear that. Some people don't like to hear it. I mean, I just think XRP is going to be bullish regardless because of all the fundamentals. I think the biggest thing dictating the market in the short term is just going to be what happens in terms of the trade news and the macro economy. Those are the things that are a lot more significant. Yeah, Firedog says 186 is the most bearish scenario. I personally highly doubt we get to that 186 number, but obviously if the entire market goes into free fall, XRP is going to react with it. We have a 90-day pause unless China nukes. Yeah. But this was the zone. It was like, hey, how do we need to get above this kind of resistance that has been pushing us down. And we definitely got above that. So we were able to get above that sort of level, which was the important thing. And then ever since we broke out of there, we've been doing a very strong reversal. So we're just trying to complete the full turnaround right now. Pilot in the Irish, 50 gifted memberships, man. Thank you so much. That is a bomb right there. Really appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Oh, that is incredible. The live stream is about to be ripping with gifted memberships. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and it looks like, all right, we're pushing on it. We're at 259. 259 right now. Let's go over to the 30-minute. We're trying to do it right now. There we go, 260. Right on the 50 gifted membership bomb. Right up to 260. What a day. XRP smashing through resistance. We broke through the 100,000 subscriber resistance zone. A lot of resistance and a lot of progress being made right now. A lot of forward progress. Habs, good to see you, man. Johnny, thank you. Appreciate that so much. So much support. And I just have to give a broad thank you to everyone. Not only for this morning, but everyone who's kind of been through this entire journey with me. I mean, there are so many gifted memberships and donations. I appreciate all of it so much. But on the other side of that, it's really the people who have been here day in and day out who have made such a huge difference. And just being able to come on here, get this community together through thick and thin is amazing. Abs, thank you, man. Awesome to be at 100K. Really appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, it pains me, but this is about the time where we've got to jump. Guys, thank you so much for everything. I know I've said it a million times on this live stream, but it's surreal to be in this moment we're in right now. And it's really in large part all because of you guys. I can get up here and talk behind this camera, talk behind this screen, and that's one thing, but it's a whole nother thing to be creating a community that is as important and as powerful as what we've created. And like I always say, the craziest thing is like, this is the very, very, very beginning. So lots of very exciting times to come. Guys, thank you for being here for the moment we broke 100K. Never thought that it would line up this well and happen this quickly. So, and that's all